What's up, everybody? It's Shonda here, and I am bringing us our channel message for this week. Today is June 22nd, 2025, and we are going into a new week. We got a new moon in Cancer this week, so we got all the things. So, when I was channeling the message for us before I started recording, what I heard the ancestors in spirit was saying this week, allow yourself to feel your feelings. Like this week, allow yourself to feel all the feelings, to feel the full gamut of the feelings. Let yourself go through happy, mad, sad, pissed, angry, the whole thing. Because feeling our feelings is a part of the human experience. Feeling our feelings is literally the whole point of agreeing to come into a human existence and starting a spiritual awakening or a healing journey. So it's not going to always be zen, hunky-dory, joyful. That also doesn't, thank you, Spirit. Spirit's like, that also doesn't mean that your affirmations aren't working, that your healing isn't working. You have to let yourself feel the feelings, because it is in the feelings that we get to access our greatest lessons, that we get to access our greatest portals of healing. When we allow ourselves to feel, it allows for us to learn how to give ourselves grace, learn how to give others grace. It allows for us to learn how to be more compassionate with ourselves. So Spirit was like, this week, let yourself feel your feelings. And the new moon in Cancer is all about that. It's all about feelings. It's all about letting yourself feel what you're feeling and letting it be okay. Feeling what you're feeling and not feeling the type of way that you got feelings. Thank you, Spirit. And Spirit is also saying, your feelings, whether they're sad, happy, or joyful, they don't make you weak. Feeling your feelings don't make you weak. Telling yourself you don't need your feelings, that is a sign of weakness and fear, right? And it's also just a trauma response, because it's how we push through. It's how I'm gonna be all right. It's cool. It's whatever. No, we gotta feel our feelings, because when we allow ourselves to feel our feelings, then we know what we really need to heal on. Then we know what we really need to work on. Then we can keep it a buck with ourselves on how we really feel about a person, a situation, or even ourselves, okay? And then Spirit was saying, let yourself this week, when you're feeling your feelings, don't start marinating in it, especially if it's, sadness or anger. Feel it, but then use this as an opportunity to process it. Feel it, and then use it as an opportunity to alchemize it, to transmute it. What does that look like, right? That looks like getting out of your head when you feel the feelings and getting into your body when you start looking at your feelings. Get into your body. Where do you feel the emotion in your body, and how do you need to process it? Let this week really show you, what do you need to be doing right now in this chapter, in this season of your life, to process those emotions? What does that look like for you? Because what was working last year might not be working this year, because you're not the same person. So you might need a new medicine, a new modality to process those emotions. So when you're feeling that this week, allow yourself to also look at, how do you move it through your body so you don't stay in the rabbit hole of just feeling. And now you're not using it as information. You're not using it as medicine for healing. Our feelings are information so that we can process them and free ourselves from our wounds, from our trauma, from all the things, right? Thank you, Spirit. So Spirit was like, bet, options. You got options. So when we're moving our bodies this week, maybe it's swimming for you as you process and you move through. Maybe it's dancing for you. Maybe it's yoga. Maybe it's your workout. Doing movements that get us out of our heads and into our bodies. Doing movements that's going to force you to really, Pilates, thank you, that's really going to make you slow down and really think about, where am I feeling this in my body? What is my body supposed to be moving like? Where am I supposed to be feeling this in my body? So that you can take that emotion, you can take that feeling and be like, where do I feel this in my body? Because then it's going to show you where it's stored in your body, and then you will know when you're moving your body what part of your body needs to be a priority in the movement. All right. Then when I was asking Spirit, what about, like, I always ask, like, what about our food for this week? Like, what about our healthy lifestyles, right? Our healing lifestyles. And Spirit was like, this week, when we're eating, our food is supposed to be our medicine, right? The things we eat is supposed to be medicine for us. So this week when you're eating, slow down enough to pay attention to where you begin to feel the energy of the food go in your body, right? So if you're drinking that smoothie, where do you feel everything? Where do you feel it hit your body first? What part of your body is it healing and feeding first? So you can really begin to see, wow, okay, this is where this emotion is. Oh man, the smoothie just went there. This is where I was feeling this yesterday. Dang, my salad just went there. So really, really feeling in the way that is, yes, our emotions, but also looking at the layers and how our emotions and our feelings sit on us. Not just the thoughts and the intensity of what we're feeling, the mood of what we're feeling, but also where is it in the body, and actually doing something about it. Really letting our bodies get in the driver's seat this week when it comes to processing, working with, and pulling the information out of our emotions this week. Okay, let me just yeah, we movement and then oh, thank you, Spirit. And then also Spirit was saying, even when you're drinking your water and when you're drinking your tea this week, where is it landing in your body first? And is it going to the same place where you're feeling those emotions? Really paying attention and being intentional about noticing where we're feeling our emotions. Where are we feeling them in our bodies? And what are we doing about it when it comes to moving and eating, all the different other medicines that we're giving our bodies this week? Okay, so really helping us process those emotions and not sit in it. I just keep hearing, don't be marinating in it. If it's sadness, if it's grief, it is okay. It is more than okay to feel all of those things, but it is not okay to use them as an excuse to play victim, especially anger. Thank you, Spirit. To use it as an excuse to play victim and use it as an excuse to hold negative energy over or towards somebody else, because all you're doing is blocking yourself. All you're doing is blocking yourself. All you're doing is blocking yourself. Feel the anger, feel the aggravation, feel the irritation, but then process it. Don't sit there and carry it throughout the week. Don't sit there and let it be fuel to do just unnecessary things with your time and your energy this week. All right? Process it. Move forward. Get the information. They mirroring back to you something that's within you anyway. So get over yourself. That's what I just heard Spirit say. I'm just a messenger. All right. Let me see what our card is for this week. Y'all already know. All right. Let me see what card comes out for us for this week. What chakra is calling for us this week? What chakra is asking for us to heal? And what do we need to hear? Ooh, okay, there we go. All right, so we got third eye chakra for this week. And that, for me, that makes total sense, because when we can connect to that third eye chakra, our intuition, our inner knowing, it's about sitting with that and beginning this relationship. Like, your body is connected to that intuition. Your body gonna always tell you how you really feel. I always like to say, your mind will talk you out of some ish, but your body gonna always keep it a buck with you and tell you how you really feel and what you really want to do. All right, so we got our sixth chakra, our third eye chakra, inner knowing. All right, here are our affirmations, our third eye chakra affirmations. I trust my inner knowing, and I am at peace with myself. I create more moments of stillness and silence, and I listen for the truth. I am open to connecting with and listening to my gut and my heart's feelings, And I don't override them with logic, with my mind's logic. I just said that. Yep. I practice meditation, prayer, and contemplation. And that's our third eye chakra affirmations for this week. And I immediately heard Spirit saying, when you're feeling your feelings, allow for them to process. Place your hands on your heart. Take those deep breaths, because that's where you start to hone your intuition. That's when you start to hone and connect to the truth, your truth, the truth that's down on the inside of you, that's not attached to your ego, that's not attached to your fear, your scarcity, your doubts, your negative thinking, your judgments of yourself and of others. When you place your hands on your heart, you take that breath and you sit. You don't do it while you like this. You find that moment of stillness and you sit. And you have the conversation. You learn what the yes feels like in your body, what a no feels like in your body, what anger feels like in your body, what joy feels like in your body. All of that is you developing your intuition of knowing what's true for you and what's not in alignment for you. So this week, let's let our feelings and our emotions serve as information, serve as medicine for our healing. All right. Let me know how y'all rocking and rolling this week. All right. Let me know what's good and how it resonates. All right. If you need a little bit more guidance, you can download my chakra journal, where there are journal prompts for each chakra, so you can kind of see what some blockages may be and how you can begin to heal that. You can also get my chakra wellness ebook. I'm gonna put the link below for that too, and that is literally gonna take you foundational steps on your healing journey. Like, what are chakras? Where do I start? What am I doing? And what are practical ways that I can live a healthy healing lifestyle, unblocking those chakras, healing from my trauma, and also taking care of my health at the same time. All right. Oh, love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon. Keep going, keep growing, keep healing.